Well, when we founded SaaSID in 2010, the main driver for founding the company was really around the conversations we'd had with CIOs and CSOs of some of the major organizations in finance, banking, insurance, and pharmaceuticals. What we were hearing from these people was that they were really concerned about the way cloud applications were being used in their organizations. The biggest challenge for them was that they weren't able to control them in the way they could the standard on-premise applications. Moving to the cloud brought huge benefits for the business, both in terms of cost, flexibility and productivity, but it also brought huge risks as well, and that's why we founded SaaSID. If we look at the key challenges facing CIOs and CSOs today, it's really around mobility and cloud. The cloud has seen this huge take-up, and we all know why. It's much simpler, cheaper and more efficient to actually run your applications in the cloud. However, once your applications are in the cloud, you've really got to secure access to those applications, and the traditional ways of securing it don't actually work in today's environment. When we looked at the mobile revolution, the form factor of devices accessing the internet has changed so much in the last 2 or 3 years. You now have tablets, you have smartphones, all of which have got internet capability. What it actually meant though was that bringing these devices into the organisation, you basically lost control completely. You weren't able to control the type of device connecting to your applications, where they connected from, and the sort of data they were able to actually capture once they connected. So from the SaaSID perspective, what it actually meant was that you couldn't secure devices in the traditional way anymore. That just didn't work. The only access point that was common across all devices was the fact that they were actually using a browser. So rather than try and secure the device, we secured the browser, which is the logical access point to the application. Well, there are a whole host of different vendors out there in the single sign-on market space. We're very different in the way we do single sign-on. We're much more elegant. We don't rely on standards like SAML or OAuth or OpenID for that matter. We can integrate with them, but we don't rely on them. This means you can use any application regardless of the authentication method with SaaSID. That's what makes us different. In addition to that, the single sign-on vendors or single sign-on solutions out there today only enable you to capture log-on and log-off events. Between log-on and log-off, they're completely blind. SaaSID gives you an audit trail that goes way beyond log-on and log-off and captures everything in between. The benefits that SaaSID's Cloud Application Manager delivers are manifold. Firstly, we perform a very easy to use single sign-on. We're able to onboard new applications in literally a minute. That makes us very different. In addition to that, we're able to control access to application functions. So there might be sensitive things like the export of data you might be concerned about, or being able to mask or redact sensitive information. SaaSID is able to control that. In addition, SaaSID provides a very rich audit trail showing all user activity across all applications, right down to a screenshot level if that's needed. SaaSID will actually work with any identity store you have in the organisation, whether that's Active Directory or any other LDAP directory. If you already have identity management installed, SaaSID will integrate with that. This really helps you make the most of your existing investments and future-proofs you for your move to the cloud. I think any business segment can benefit from using SaaSID Cloud Application Manager. The more regulated industries like finance and banking, insurance and pharmaceuticals are a natural fit because obviously they're required for compliance purposes to keep a detailed audit trail of all user activity on all applications.